Well, I think it's not a secret that the original title for the book was Transformations when we started the project. But then we felt that what were the important things about the Pak Lah years? When we look back at it, it was really, the flowering of ideas. One of the key items that comes across very clearly in the book was that the media and the media space, especially cyberspace, really opened up during the Pak Lah years. Most of the key bloggers that you see today, and even most of the news portals that you see today, I'm not talking about Malaysia Kini, I'm talking about the ones that came after that, most of them were established during the Pak Lah years. So we thought that, this was Bridget's suggestion that, one of the titles that we should look at was Awakening and Conquer, and I thought that was a very good title. We also thought that the word transformation has sort of been overused in the Malaysian context. We approaching as a professional manner. When we approached him, we told him that this was an academic project. As political scientists, we want to record a specific period of Malaysia's political history, contemporary history, and this was the period when he was Prime Minister. And we made it very clear to him that we wanted all sides of the voices to be heard, and we felt that it's very important that we start off the book about his administration by having his voice. So that's how the interview came about.
We were, as academics, very concerned about, in the sense that we know that the perspectives of different people are their own. So we wanted to find multiple perspectives. And we knew that many of the authors were going to be critical. So we felt in order to have balance, we needed to also have people from Pak Lah's administration. Dr. Syed is one of them. But most importantly, we felt it was critical to have Pak Lah's voice as well.
He's a decent man. He's a good man. He wants the politics of this country to be on a more open, more transparent path. He's not afraid to hide anything, He's not interested in trying to having a certain ideology or dominance or control. So I think that's a rare quality in a leader, and so I would rate him highly. Unfortunately, he was pushed out. But I think history will remember him.
This was a period of transition in Malaysia, and that a lot of things that Pak Lah was trying to do, yes, he genuinely wanted to bring reforms. But the problem is that during the strongman era, the entire political institution was geared towards the needs of the strongman. And we have somebody coming in immediately after the strongman trying to bring massive changes. Very often it doesn't work. And we saw that in the Philippines, we saw that in Singapore, and we saw that in Indonesia. And my take on this is that the similar thing happened in Malaysia, that the best way of looking at the Pak Lah administration was that it was a transition from a period of long rule by Mahathir, and he was there as a transition figure. Although he didn't accomplish a lot of things that we wanted him to accomplish, some of the things he did accomplish is reflected in what we see in Malaysia today.
When we look at Pak Lah's development policies, it's very interesting that, and this is, I agree with Andrew's comment that he failed in terms of implementation. I think one of the things that I've said in my chapter is that he was very good at addressing and raising what the problems were in the country, but not very good at necessarily solving them. But in a sense, problem recognition is an important element of any step forward.
Richard, James, you want to invite a couple more panelists?